Good morning, fellow Vikings, and welcome back to another episode of, well, it's not really an episode, because the last one was an actual stream. This, though, is an episode because I realized this is gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, shit. I forgot to mention that it's Doki Literature Club again. So, anyway, without further ado...
Episode 2. Commence.
If you know what I mean.
Oh, of course I know what you mean.
Alright, so, who should I show my poem to next?
I think this one was you.
Do you think? Alright, yeah. I kinda feel curious about Natsuki because she was all bubbly last time we saw her.
Alright, well let's go ahead and do Natsuki. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah? You didn't even...
Next. She ain't having none of that.
Nope. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, we do have a Tubski in here as well, but she is currently away. So, we will be hearing from her at any random point. So,
Just a heads up.
Okay, yeah.
Alright,
yeah.
Well, it looks like we got Monica. The assertive, dominant one.
Oh, yes. I kind of like her. I kind of like her, not gonna lie, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Hi, Dreadnought. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It also make me happy to see. Anyways, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Your style's got so refined, Dreadnought. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she?
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I've heard her say more words in these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but pretty impressive.
No, she just needed some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself.
You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her.
Yeah, that's...
It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the clubroom every day. Reading that edgy novel with her.
Well, I just feel bad. She has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know?
Alright. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage.
You say that like I'm going to hurt her.
Sorry, I really didn't mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth, the lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose. and all that was ever sought, and here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amounts to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all of the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I've noticed. It seems like everyone in the country first writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, wouldn't we really have anything to write about? Would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think. You know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Uh, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something that you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a little bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is this mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
And your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
Ah, it seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost as everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. The heck should you run up into anyway? I thought she just would to be. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on.
She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time that she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, She's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Oh?
That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. Might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can um guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too.
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations and help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Dreadnought.
And the only one who's truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have plenty of heavy tasks to handle and probably go a long way to give them one of a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really appreciate it of that.
Uh-huh. That's... Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Suki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Dreadnought may not like to be around. You only make him out to be just a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting you with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Dreadnought to. What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? What do you think? Guys, settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Dreadnought to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah? Dreadnought, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Huh. Very well. In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. But...
I already know who you're going for, man, so let's just go for it.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Yuri?
Of course. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri.
Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell that you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Dreadnought?
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. Great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I'd be fine. Okay.
Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over?
Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Dreadnought?
Me? Uh, guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki! What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Ah,
Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room.
I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Dreadnought picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, So, I get it. Kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad.
Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she's already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves.
No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this. Huh? You better bet my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. Ah, I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then.
Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Yeah? I turn around.
Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend.
Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number?
I think that would be the best way. Yes?
Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers.
Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday.
Yeah? My house.
Is that a problem?
No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house, since I'm the one helping you.
Ah, I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I prefer going to your house.
Alright. In that case, I won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like I should matter either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are.
Don't underestimate yourself, Dreadnought. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something.
Wait, you don't actually think that, do you?
I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me.
You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do.
But
Yuri thinks to herself with an extreme tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right?
eh? I didn't realize.
I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me?
I
You looked straight into my eyes for a long while.
I believe you.
As it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression.
I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. Whether that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? What the fuck? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she will open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayori's feeling aside when she might need me. I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori's isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori?
Hi, Dreadnought.
I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us.
You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you?
I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is a mess as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animal and wall decorations that she has had for years now.
Eh. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today?
Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? So I already left by the time we decided the last meeting.
Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right?
That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to help Monica today?
Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything.
It's just me and Yuri then?
Yep.
There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just want to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head.
It's no good, Dreadnought.
Eh?
Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. Fighting it so we can accidentally express my feelings. If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world has decided to have you come over today. Just wants to torture me.
Sayori? I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something's happened to you. There is no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until now, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, Dreadnought. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really gonna make me say it, aren't you, Dreadnought? I guess I have no choice this time. Thing is, I've had a really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make the other people put in the energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me.
Damn, that's deep. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori?
Eh?
Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because I knew I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was to tell me.
You don't understand at all, Dreadnought. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have had to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. Feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. It's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. That's what I do.
No, Dreadnought. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is as if everything could be like it always was. But I was so selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streak down Sayori's face.
I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
Dreadnought.
Sorry. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I would have it any other way.
Dreadnought.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Dreadnought.
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
And gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Dreadnought. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Just so, Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you?
Um, uh,
That's what I want. I promise.
I, I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel.
No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
Uh, it's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. See you tomorrow, okay?
Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over, too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri?
Ah, thank goodness.
You're a little early? I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time?
No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when no one answered the doorbell.
You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and heard more on my way home.
I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that, for some reason.
It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you.
That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well?
Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope you got everything right.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I take you to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious.
So clean.
Ah. I cleaned it before you came over, so.
Very considerate of you to do.
I know. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here.
Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean.
Uh-huh. That would have been even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. If you know what that means.
Yeah, you got something in that drawer you don't want her to see, huh?
Apparently I do.
I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out.
It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap as I make sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started?
Ah, yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements.
atmospheric enhancements, you say?
You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course, I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity and for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
That's great. That's easy to forget that you're uh, that you're a pretty intense person.
Uh, Intense?
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually.
Is that so? Makes me feel relieved and kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. So you can relax a little.
Relax. Brought some things for relaxation. I was gonna use them during the poetry event.
Oh yeah, like what?
Let's see.
Yuri rummages through our bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object.
You know what I mean. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. Plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you?
Yeah, that's actually really neat. What's the wooden thing, though?
Good question. Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy?
Not familiar at all.
Is that so? One of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you use, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic.
Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. It starts vibrating. I cut that bit out. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small.
I forget you guys are boys sometimes.
What did you say, Timsky?
You're just boys. Really. I'm just laugh my ass off for a few minutes when you guys have been going on about this. Such a typical thing.
We had to make a joke about it.
Of course. Go for it. I'll go back to my
She's
punishment.
the one who's bringing this random cylinder object in here. Your bag, what the fuck?
Ah, yes, it is meant for the
Oh yeah, I know.
aromatherapy. It's, you know.
Yeah, I know what it looks
Quote,
like in
unquote,
actuality. though.
aromatherapy.
God. You guys get back to reading. I will mute myself again. I'll go back to my punishment.
Alright.
Have fun.
You too. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of moods is this one for?
That is a Jasmine Essential Oil. Smells like, little sweet and flowery, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
I chose Jasmine for the event because it provides more than just relaxation.
If you know what I
Jasmine
mean.
enhances your emotions, and it helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that'll be perfect for sharing our poems?
It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for?
Did you purchase or the origami paper that I asked you to get?
Yeah, I have it over here.
We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need 100 of them.
Oh, yeah? What will those be used for?
Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon and hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we could fasten the paper onto the ribbons and create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. May attract some to peek inside.
That's really creative. I have no idea you would be so good at this, Yuri.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it.
Yuri giggles with her red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys.
Here's a marker, Dreadnought. You can write any characters you want. It'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons.
Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. She stabs me in my back. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy.
Well,
Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it?
you're gonna think it's weird.
Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know.
If you promise you won't be weirded out.
I promise.
Alright. The thing is, kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this.
Ah.
You're laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you.
Suits me.
Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's really cool looking knife. I can't deny that.
It is, isn't it?
Yuri relaxes her expression once again.
Would you like to hold it?
Sure. I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow!
Dreadnought. Why did you do that?
I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all.
It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no.
A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look.
Ah,
She stares at it and noticeably fidgets.
and my game just crashed.
If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without any warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound.
If you know what I mean.
Oh yes. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pulled my hand back.
Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking.
Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri?
That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and licks her index finger in return.
Dreadnought, did you really just do that?
Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now.
You're so weird, Dreadnought.
Not the first time anyone has said that. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? You calling me weird? I had no response to that.
Where do you keep your bandages?
I don't think I need one, actually. I was a tiny cut. Look, I already stopped bleeding.
I see. That's relieving.
The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watched Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it was nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finished attaching the paper to its ribbon, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and we will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri.
Thanks. Just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task?
Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind?
I like to create a banner. Why I asked you to buy the paint tablet.
Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets.
We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us?
Of course not. 6 cups of water. He'll be right back in a minute.
Thank you very much. Oh, just a little bit of water is okay. Fill the cups too much, it'll be too diluted.
Taking your advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri?
Yes?
I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeves, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint.
Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups.
So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom.
Ah, neat. What are you going to write?
Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you.
Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing.
I'm sorry if this feels too childish.
No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way, too.
Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself.
For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple like reading. Doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy.
Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. It feels that way about things like anime and games, where simple sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently.
I knew you'd understand.
Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yuri reels back and quickly lifts my hands in surprise. Are you hurt?
no, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me.
It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There's droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck.
Is there something on my face?
Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel.
Ah,
Is something wrong?
It's hot. I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. I didn't want you to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist.
Wait,
Eh?
just for a little longer. Feels really nice.
Huh? I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost. Hold on. Cat problems.
Enveloped by your own thoughts.
Almost as if she's lost and enveloped in her own thoughts. She breathes gently out through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it a aroma of the jasmine oil giving me the dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist sends a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away.
Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. Didn't mean to space out.
It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again. But her movement seems clumsy or like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking.
I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results.
Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now?
Not yet. It needs to dry first.
That's true. But won't that take a while?
Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's any more for us to do here.
Yeah.
They say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself for a little bit?
No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done.
I see. I am, too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon.
Ah. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we could have extra time after finishing the work.
Well,
Yuri thinks to herself.
I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there'd be more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is we got everything done, right?
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be disappointed or anything.
Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. Sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean that this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk out the front door.
Thank you very much for having me today.
No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow.
I will. Well, then,
Yuri fidgets.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait. Kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. Ah, I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so...
You're very thoughtful.
Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand.
I kind of like that about you.
Well... How am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to. Sorry?
Sayori?
Eh?
Hi. Or not.
Sorry? Just now we weren't.
It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course.
Sorry beams.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sarah waves goodbye after that. Sarah? Sorry? I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you have made such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sir, don't say that.
It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? Sorry? What I said before is true. It's not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I would trade for anything else. So even if it takes me an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But
Sarah looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Dreadnought. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what what's best for you. Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know that you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. If you know what I mean.
This one's all you.
Let's all three of us vote on this because this is not something I can pick. All right, you pick, Alex.
Well, she's clearly head over heels for you, and she wants you, and she just saw you have a really good time with someone else. So,
Yeah.
she clearly is having a really rough time with it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna friend zone her? Or are you gonna lead her on?
Dude. I can't pick.
The man is having issues.
Personally, I'd probably say I love you because I didn't want her to hurt anymore.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, but that would also be kind of, for this character, be kind of dishonest. I feel, but yeah,
So you'll always be my dearest friend.
no.
Okay, so Tuski, would you say I love you?
No, probably not. What's because leading her on is just gonna damage her more.
Well, I. um, I mean, technically, you're not lying. I mean, you could be a really good close friend and say I love you, right?
True, true.
yeah.
But it is this is the crush game, so. I don't know.
Well, I guess I will break the tie, and I will say I love you.
All right. I love you.
Eh?
There. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you? I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. Then I know we'll both be happy.
Dreadnought.
Suddenly, Sarah wraps her arms tightly around me.
Dreadnought. Is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again.
I love you. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. This didn't take the turn I thought it would. I feel Sayori gripping around me, weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sorry?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all.
It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now.
Okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other.
Release me.
So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know. I want everything to be the same as it's always been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you the best.
Hey,
Ow! Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly.
even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. Felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if she'd be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know I'll give everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Alright, we kinda gotta cut it short here. There has been a few slightly weird things, but it's really pacing itself a lot slower
Yeah,
than I
well,
thought.
it is right around the corner. It is about to get not just crazy, but insane.
Yeah.
A pug.
You'll see.
Oh, see. Well, it was nice talking to you guys and listening to this. This is nice.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I look forward to when things start to really pick up and yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you can already kind of see how the wheels are in motion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I am expecting some things to go very wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it really feels like any old like Japanese dating sim on the surface or such, but there really feels like there's more underneath it.
It's like it wants to be that, but then it throws a couple things in there, like foreshadowing is like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, this isn't quite right.
I mean, the aromatherapy was very suspicious, if you ask me.
The knife part where she was like, you take her really sharp knife, and then she takes your finger and sucks the blood.
That's just whack.
Like,
Oh yeah. Would you like some human mouth bacteria in your wound?
yes, of course, every single day.
It's like I'm a vampire now.
Oh
Yes.
yes. Living the dream. Well, I am heading off to bed, as yes, as Dreadnought is. You have a good evening, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
have
guys
a good
too.
evening. Thank you. See you later. Goodbye.
All right,
Bye bye.